Hello my dear friends, welcome back to Biology Explained. Before we go into the details of today's video, let me give you an overview of the current scenario with COVID-19. Total number of infected cases is almost 80,000, death is 2,629 and the recovered cases are little more than 25,000. Apart from China, 2 deaths is recorded in South Korea, 4 deaths in Italy and 4 deaths in Iran. You can get the full details of the current scenario in worldometers. Now let's start with our video. Today's topic is how vaccine works. Vaccine works by training our immune system to recognize and thus fight against viral or bacterial infection. Basically, antigen is injected into the body to train the immune system to keep a record of the invader and attack it very fast if the invader causes an infection in the future. To understand how vaccine work, we need basic background of how our immune system work. I will not go into too much details. I will try to make it as simple as possible. When bacteria or virus invades the body, they attack and multiply within. And this invasion is known as infection. This infection makes us ill. Our immune system fights against this infection in several ways. We all know our blood contains of red blood cells and white blood cells. These white blood cells basically fight against infection. The WBC or white blood cell consists of macrophage, B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes, which basically fights against infection. Let's talk about how macrophage, B and T lymphocytes work. The macrophage swallow and digest the germ plus the dead and dying material. Once ingested, macrophage leave behind parts of the germ known as antigen. The antigen are presented on the surface of the macrophage. Now the body identifies these antigen as foreign and dangerous, thus stimulate the production of antibody to attack them. How does B cell work? The B cells are the defensive WBC. They produce antibody to attack the antigen presented by the macrophage. And what about T lymphocytes or T cells? They are another defensive WBC. They attack the cells that are already infected. Now, when the body encounters a germ for the first time, it takes several days for it to get over the infection. However, after infection, the immune system learns how to protect the body if it is infected again with the same germ, that is, the immune system has the cells that keep the memory of the previous attack so that it can quickly encounter if it is attacked by the same germ. So basically, a record of previous attack is kept so that if the same germ attack again, the body is ready to fight back immediately. Now that we know basics about immunity, let's learn how vaccine works. Vaccine helps our body to develop immunity by mimicking an infection. The infection caused by vaccine almost never cause any kind of illness, but it causes the immune system to produce T lymphocyte and antibodies. Once the imitation infection goes away, can you guess what the body is left with? It is left with supply of memory cells that remembers how to fight against the disease in the future. Thus, vaccine basically keeps the body ready with weapon and tools to attack future infection with the same germ. The first type of vaccine we are going to talk is live attenuated vaccine. This type of vaccine contains virus or bacteria that has been weakened so it does not cause any serious disease in people. Because they are closest to natural infection, they are considered as good teacher for immune system. Example of live attenuated vaccine are measles, mumps and rubella vaccine, chicken pox vaccine. However, this type of vaccine cannot be given to children with weakened immunity. The second type of vaccine is inactivated vaccine. In this type, the vaccine are made by inactivating or killing the germ during the process of making the vaccine. Inactivated vaccine respond in different way than the live ones. Polio vaccine is an example of inactivated vaccine. Often multiple doses are required to build an immune response. The third type of vaccine is toxoid vaccine. They prevent disease by bacteria that can produce toxins, that is poison, inside the body. The toxins are weakened in the process of making the vaccine and the weakened toxin is known as toxoid. The body immune system can fight against natural toxin when they receive toxoid vaccine. Example of toxoid vaccine is DTaP vaccine containing diphtheria and tetanus toxoid. The fourth type of vaccine is subunit vaccine. This includes vaccinating with part of the virus or bacteria instead of the entire germ. Because the vaccine contains only essential antigen, side effects are less common. The whooping cough component of DTaP vaccine is example of subunit vaccine. And the fifth type of vaccine we are going to talk is conjugate vaccine. This works against bacteria with an outer sugar, that is polysaccharide coating. Conjugate vaccine connect the polysaccharide with the antigen to which the immune system can respond well. Otherwise, the polysaccharide coating hides the antigen and it is difficult to be recognized by the immune system. Example of this type of vaccine is Haemophilus influenza type B vaccine. There are various reasons that certain vaccine might be necessary to administer multiple times. For example, for some vaccine, the first dose might not provide much immunity. Thus, multiple doses are needed to build a complete immunity. In other cases, the immunity begins to wear off after a certain period of time. Thus, booster dose is needed to bring back the immunity. Sometimes annual vaccination is needed, as in case of flu virus, which may be different from season to season. So that's it guys for today. Hope you find this video helpful. If you think these informations are useful to you, please hit the like button and support and subscribe my channel. Thank you.